Hi everyone, I'm Christina. Welcome to my channel about yoga and personal growth. Today we're talking about once you decide to make the decision to do yoga and you decide that you want to do it in your home, what are some things that you have to think about? I just recorded this video for what if you want to go into the studio. So the beginning part of that is going to be very similar to what you need to do when you're at home, but I'll be giving specific tips in here for having a home yoga practice. So the first thing that you want to do when you decide that you're going to do yoga is you want to celebrate, because that's amazing. You've decided to do something that's really amazing for your mind and body, and I would just say congratulations. I say it to you, but say it to yourself as well, and just be excited that you've made that decision. The second thing is to find the right style of yoga for you. There's a kind of yoga out there for everybody. So if you're looking for what is the larger picture of yoga, then you can watch my video that is labeled what is the larger picture of yoga, and it says something about yoga's 8 limbs, because that just will help you to frame what you want to do. Then you need to do a little bit of research. You need to look up the different people who offer the style of yoga that you want. And I would say they probably all have some sort of free content where you can watch. Maybe you can do a free 30-day trial of their work, and or maybe you go to a specific website that has several different teachers with several different options. But you need to try out the different teachers and listen to them. And as I said in my very first video about how and why to start yoga, just put it on and while you're doing dishes and listen to it and see if you like it, right? So because the teacher matters, the voice matters, the cadence matters, their perspective matters. So finding the person that you like and that you're going to stick with, or the program that you like and that you're going to stick with. Once you have found what kind of yoga you want to do and who you want to invest in, or find free content from, the next step is to plan out when you're going to do your yoga. So plan it into your schedule the same way that you would plan a work meeting, because it is just as important. Taking care of yourself is just as important as any sort of professional obligation that you would have. The next thing that you want to do after scheduling is you want to get all of the materials that you need to practice yoga. So you need clothes that move, clothes that are supportive but still breathable and that move. You may want blocks. Blocks look like this. I would recommend getting 2. They help to bring the mat closer to you in certain poses, and certain teachers may cue blocks as well. And then a yoga mat. There are cheap ones at Target. There's Amazon. There's also some more expensive ones. So do the research on the mat then as well that you may use. Yeah, those are all the materials you would need for a home yoga practice. Although you do want to find somewhere that's like preferably hardwood floor, which may be a little challenging, but that's preferable. Now you have what you need, you know what you're doing, all those things. Now you need to find the space to do it in, and you need to find the space, and you need to find the space separate from your home, and you need to make it into your studio, right? And I live in a super tiny apartment, so I don't have a room for a studio, but I do have things that I set up to make myself feel like I'm in a studio, and I make it different. So I usually will light a candle, play some soft music, get myself really into the zone. And what this might mean for you is finding a place away from other people in your house. Finding a place away from your pet. Pets love the yoga mats. They think you've put it down for them, and it's actually really cute. But when you're trying to do a class, it's going to get in your way. So setting it yourself up where people aren't around, or if they are, they're very quiet. and just away from those distractions, because I do think sometimes we'll like set ourselves up and we'll be like, oh, it'll be fine, and then we just end up getting annoyed with the people who are in our home and in our space. So it's carving out that time and telling the people that you live with, like, look, I'm gonna be doing this and I need space during that time. Maybe you need to set up someone to watch your kids. You make those plans ahead of time before you do this. And let's say you decide you want to do yoga. I would say in the beginning, 2 to 3 times a week. Is it possible for you to get even just 15 minutes so that you can try some of the poses, so that you can ground in? Is it possible for you to get 15 minutes away? I know that there's a lot of complications with parenting and dog owning and cat owning and all that, but find a way. 2 to 3 times a week. I recommend personally an hour. Some people would probably recommend way more in terms of time, but whatever you can give to your yoga practice, it is fine. So if you decide that you want to get on your mat and do a couple of sunays, then that's time on your mat, right? The more time you spend on your mat, the more benefits you will notice. But just get on your mat for a little bit of time. So basically, to wrap that part up, you've got to find that space, know that that space is important, and ask the people that are in your life to respect your space and also to help you to carve that time out for that space. I think that's it. So then you would practice yoga at home, and maybe the next step is going into a studio. I started practicing at home myself. A lot of my friends that I know that do yoga started at home as well. So it's a good, safe place to start. And I'm filming this right now during COVID-19, the quarantine. And so everybody is doing all this online stuff. And it's really kind of interesting, I think, the different options that we have to us exercise-wise, and all the different types of people who offer classes, and the possibilities are endless. And so it's really cool, but we have to make the time to do that for ourselves. So let me know how it goes. Please subscribe, like, comment if you like this video, and I hope to see you next time. Namaste.